I'd like to thank God for giving us this food today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Even though I don't sometimes answer y'all text messages or phone calls. And I thank God for y'all. Because through, my accidents or, my mishaps, y'all never treated me different or, talked about me for all I know. I got a nutritionist now, so think about me when y'all eat this good food.
I'd like to thank God for blessing us with this meal today. I love all of you, and I truly appreciate you. I know I don't always reply to texts or answer phone calls, but I'm still grateful to have you in my life. Through all my accidents, mistakes, and tough times, you've always been there for me and never turned your back on me. Even with an important day coming up, Spence makes sure to stay close to the people he loves. He knows he wouldn't be on his way to becoming a boxing legend without the family and friends who have supported him since the very beginning.
From the start.
I'm not one of those guys that can do training camp, for 10 weeks and not be able to see my family and friends. He's one of my favorite aunties. I ain't gonna say my favorite because my other auntie over there, so.
I'm the golden aunt.
These people have been supporting me since day one.
This is his mom who loves him dearly.
Yeah, I'm glad I have that. A lot of guys at my level don't. This is my big sister, Ebony. She the one that really probably taught me how to fight because she used to beat me up all the time. This is my little sister. I feel like it doesn't matter how much success or money I gain. They're always going to be the same. They're always going to be here for me, whether I'm at the top or I'm at the bottom. This is my girlfriend, who I love.
As a champion and a father, Spence knows how important it is to teach his son valuable life lessons. One of the most recent lessons he shared with young Errol was about staying patient, working hard, and earning every victory. Whether it's a friendly game, taking a shot, or fighting in a championship match, the goal is always the same. Give it your best and earn the prize through hard work and determination.
I want to leave something behind for my kids. I want to leave something behind for, my nieces and nephews and, mom and dad and things like that. So for me, it's still about working hard and staying focused.
Summer in Dallas is brutally hot, with temperatures often climbing above 95 degrees. But inside the world-class boxing gym, it feels even hotter, about 10 to 15 degrees warmer. As Errol Spence Jr. prepares for the 30th fight of his professional career, it's just another intense day at training camp. He goes through 14 hard rounds with 2 different sparring partners, putting in 42 straight minutes of non-stop work. Every round pushes him closer to being ready for fight night.
Everybody's right who say he's not going to be the same. He's going to be better. So much better than he ever was. His body is well rested. He feels really good. Everything is going great. And as you saw today, punches are fluid. He's strong. And he's throwing the punches to where I think he should throw them. And, the defense is looking good. So everything is going great. And, hey, everybody that's thinking he don't have anything left, just wait.
Knowing what I can do and knowing that what I want to do, I don't see him coming back anytime soon, forever. Outside the ring is nothing but respect. I respect his legacy. I respect him as a person. I respect his humility and things like that. But once that bell rings, once you get in the ring, all the respect goes out the window. And, it's a young line on the old line, and I'm finna take his kingdom.
At this point, there's nothing left to say and no more promises to make. The hard work is already done. Now, every bit of energy is focused on one night, one opponent, and one big opportunity. For Errol Spence Jr., this fight is about proving to the boxing world that he's still the same elite champion who believes in himself and knows exactly what he's capable of.
The Tszyu name was always something that was very strong to me and to everyone else in Australian and global boxing.
We looked at, of course, Tszyu as the pinnacle of boxing.
that Tszyu level was the highest level of boxing you can get to.
My dad was like, he used to use his front hand like this. He used to measure, he used to have this deadly power. I come more in punches and bunches, while he's more of that one hand thump. I remember sparring him once and I could feel his thump. What my dad achieved and what he's done and how he is as a boxer, it's only going to be one Tszyu ever. My dad had a rock star life. When you're young, even when you're 7 years old, you're walking down the street and it's like, why are there people coming up to us? Why are we driving a car that everyone looks at? My parents, they came from a Soviet Union type of life. I remember my mum saying that at 21 years old, it was her first time tasting Coca-Cola.
But while Errol Spence Jr. is getting ready to remind the world who he is, Tszyu is just as determined to stop that comeback. Fighting in front of his hometown crowd in Australia, Tszyu isn't stepping into the ring just to protect his reputation. He believes this is the biggest night of his career, a chance to prove that he truly belongs among the best fighters in the world.
My parents did everything for me to not box, but at the same time I was sort of always stuck in the boxing gym. Like this gym that we're in now, it's been a place of home since I was a young kid. I became pretty good at it.
He came to me, I want to fight, I want to go professional.
Those types of weight on my shoulders were there from such a young age. The expectation of people that as soon as I was born, they thought I was a superhero straight away.
We don't lose. No such thing as losing for us.
When we heard that there was another Tszyu, Tim, who I'd known since he was a little kid, the fact that he was about to go pro got everyone very, very excited. And the opportunities for Australian boxing seemed to be enormous.
They always compared me to the sun. Well, the whole time I was sort of trying to create my own identity.
Every interview, every training video, and every message from Tszyu's camp sends the same message. He's not fighting for a close decision. He's looking to make a statement. And what better way to do that than by knocking out a former unified world champion who's making his long-awaited comeback? That's the opportunity right in front of him. Tszyu knows that beating Errol Spence would be much more than just another victory on his record. It could completely change the course of his career. Fighting at home brings a lot of pressure, but it can also bring out the very best in a fighter. With thousands of fans behind him, Australia will be expecting a memorable performance from its biggest boxing star.
In the camp at home, he's in bed at 8 o'clock. It's a very strict regime.
Look, he's an elite fighter. For him to achieve what he wants to achieve, it's not just nutrition, training, recovery, mindset.
He's got a will to win, almost like Michael Jordan has that will to win back in the day with the Bull. He had that I can't be beaten type attitude. He has a target to get to. And he's going to get to that target, whether you're in front of him or 10 people are in front of him, or he's fighting 20 people at once. He's possessed. He's possessed to reach his target.
The emotions, predictions, and headlines will disappear. The only thing that will matter is who can take control when the opening bell rings. Sometimes boxing gives us a fight where both fighters truly believe they are meant to win. And those are the moments that create unforgettable nights in the sport.
Okay. Yeah. How do I turn this thing on?
Off the camera, Tim is a bloody funny guy, yeah. He loves shopping. Oh, God.
Like clothes shopping?
Clothes shopping, man. Everything, yeah, clothes shopping, of course.
Whenever the news released, that's why I sort of got them.
Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah, I got them in Italy. They were handcrafted in the Netherlands.
While everyone has been talking about the pressure on Tszyu's shoulders, Errol Spence Jr. quietly arrived in Australia looking completely comfortable in enemy territory. What stood out about his first appearance was that Spence wasn't trying to act tough every second. He took time to appreciate the Aboriginal welcome, called the experience amazing, and showed genuine respect for the moment. But as soon as the conversation shifted toward Tszyu, the mood changed. When a reporter asked what he wanted to say to Tim, Spence simply said he had no words for him. And honestly, that may have said more than any trash talk could. Some fighters use their voices to send a message, while others prefer to let their actions inside the ring do the talking. Then came the statement that grabbed everyone's attention. Spence said he was the big fish coming into Tsyu's backyard, and he was there to take over.
I'm enjoying myself out here, and I can't wait for Sunday.
What does the next 10 days look like?
Just, a lot of training, probably some media stuff, but just staying focused, going over the game plan in the gym, and getting ready.
What was the reasoning behind the move to 160?
It wasn't no reason. I was like, why fight at 150? Why fight at 158 when mine was to fight at the weight limit 160? Why?
Now we are seeing a completely different kind of confidence heading into this fight. It's not loud or aggressive confidence. It's the type of confidence that comes from believing the outcome is already decided. What I found interesting was Spence's mindset about fighting at 160 pounds. There were no excuses or complaints. His attitude was simple. Why not compete at the limit? It shows that his focus is on the fighter in front of him, not just some unbeatable advantage for Tszyu. Home field advantage is real, but the ring is still the same size, and punches don't become weaker just because they travel across an ocean. If anything, Spence arrived looking calm, respectful, and fully confident that he can ruin Australia's biggest boxing night of the year. He wants to enjoy the entire experience and hopes the fans appreciate the show he plans to put on.
Process, and when I come out, hopefully everybody won't boo me and put on a great show.
What did you make of Tszyu's demeanour throughout the last couple of weeks and some of the things that he said?
I might have really been paying attention to Tszyu, but his demeanor always been like that, so that's why I really just don't care for him.
What about your message to him now you're on his backyard now?
I don't have no message for him. I'm the big fish. I'm gonna take over his backyard.
The interesting thing is that after listening to Spence, then hearing Team Tszyu, you realize both fighters believe they are walking into the same story, but each one sees himself as the hero. I actually respect how calm Tszyu sounded. He wasn't trying to sell a dream or make big promises. He kept saying that this is the best version of himself. Normally, when fighters say that over and over, it makes you wonder. But this time, Tszyu had real reasons behind his confidence. He explained that staying home, bringing Jeff Fennick into his training camp, and learning when to slow down instead of trying to win every single day of training has completely changed how he feels. And that caught my attention more than any prediction. Sometimes the most dangerous fighter isn't the one who works the hardest, it's the one who learns how to train smarter. When Tszyu started talking about Spence, one thing stood out. He never underestimated him.
And from what Spence can expect from you?
I feel like I'm sort of like rejuvenated to a certain extent. I feel like I'm a bit refreshed. I feel better than ever, I'll be honest with you, in every certain department, physically, mentally. So Spence has to expect the best.
Tszyu gave Spence credit for his incredible work ethic and admitted that the champion still has that fighting spirit inside him. But he also suggested that this version of Spence may be fighting for different reasons than before. When Tszyu talked about money, legacy, and fighters entering the later stages of their careers, it sounded like he believes Spence is chasing one final achievement, while he is still fighting his way toward the top. Then the respect turned into a warning. Tszyu called Spence arrogant, saying he feels Spence looks down on him. He made it clear that he wants to make Spence question himself from the very first rounds, and even joked that his goal would be to make him quit. That's a huge statement. But what stood out even more was the confidence behind those words. Tszyu isn't trying to win a press conference. He's trying to create doubt before the fight even begins. Now we have two fighters who believe the other man is about to learn a painful lesson. When they step into that ring, only one thing is certain. Someone's confidence is going to collide with reality.
It's 50-50, like, of course course, we're not supposed to like each other before the fight. That's part of the thing. But yeah, I think he's got a certain arrogance about him, and that could be because he made a ton of money and doesn't really need to be doing this and that type of stuff, and he really thinks down of myself. But that's all right, when we get in the ring, I really just want to hurt him. It's quite simple. That's what boxing's about.
And just when both fighters had finished explaining their side of the story, Ronnie Shields stepped in and somehow made the entire build-up even more interesting without trying to take attention away from them. That's what makes veteran trainers different. They usually aren't interested in winning the press conference. They are focused on preparing their fighter. Ronnie quickly shut down the idea that Spence had been sitting around doing nothing for 3 years. He explained that Errol never stopped training and stayed in the gym simply because that's the kind of person he is. And honestly, many fans forget how important that is. Staying in shape when there is no fight scheduled is completely different from trying to rush into condition after signing a contract. Then came one of the funniest moments of the interview. When the reporter kept asking about Spence moving up to 160 pounds, Ronnie reacted like he was being asked a question he didn't even need to think about. He simply said it wouldn't make a difference, and that response actually tells you a lot about their mindset. They are not focused on the weight, they are focused on the fighter standing across from them.
There a reason behind getting that weight? Was that a push from you guys?
No, actually it wasn't, Errol never stopped training. That's what people don't understand, is that for the 3 years he was old, he was still training, but he had no idea he was going to fight. He was just doing it for health reasons. And then he decided one day, you know what, I'm going to try it again. And so that's when I got the call, and here we are.
They are not traveling across the world just to chase another belt or argue about numbers on a scale. Ronnie even explained that Spence is not doing this for titles anymore. This fight is about legacy and taking the biggest opportunities that are still in front of him. I also noticed how little attention Ronnie was giving to Tsyu's training camp. When he was asked if he had studied any footage, he quickly brushed it off and said his main focus was making sure their own strategy was right. Some people might see that as confidence, others might see it as a risk. But either way, it perfectly matches the mindset of this team. Then came the question everyone wanted answered: the knockout. Ronnie gave the response that many old-school trainers believe in. He is not preparing only for a knockout, he is preparing for all 12 rounds. If the finish comes naturally, that's great. But if it doesn't, they will already be ready for whatever happens. That calm approach feels completely different from all the noise surrounding this fight. And sometimes, that quiet confidence is exactly what makes an experienced corner so dangerous when the opening bell finally rings.
Great, man. Really, really great. He's feeling great, and he just feels so excited to come to Australia.
I must say, the footage I have seen of Jamal, he does, for someone that's been through some dark times, he does seem to have found the light, if you'd call it that, but he's looking really good. He looks really positive.
Oh, man, let me tell you something. He's ready for that championship run. And we're going to start it here in Australia.
There are rumours that Jamel might be out here to support Errol and potentially face off with the winner in the ring. Is there any, you work with his brother. Can you give us an insight?
I haven't heard anything about that. So, don't know, don't care. It doesn't matter. After we win, then we'll fight Jamel. That's what we have to do, fight him next.
Now the stage is finally set. Spence believes this fight is the start of one last championship run. Tszyu believes this is the night he proves that this division belongs to him. And both teams sound completely confident that they have the winning strategy. Confidence has never been the problem. The real question is, whose confidence will survive once the punches start landing? Will Spence remind the world why he was once considered one of the most complete fighters in boxing? Or will Tszyu defend his home turf and stop one of the biggest comeback stories before it even begins? Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think wins this fight, and how do you see it ending? Share your prediction in the comments, because this is a fight that will have boxing fans divided. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.